Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with a breaking news alert. More than 100 children had to be evacuated from a daycare after a gas leak in North Fargo. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. Valley News Live's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley is live on scene and joins us now. Bailey, what do we know?
Thanks, Jordan. I'm on 29th Street North and Madison Avenue right now, and you can see crews are still working away right here behind me. Now, they got a call about an hour ago for a gas leak, and when fire crews got on the scene, they quickly turned that gas leak off and are working. It's right here behind me. They're working on that gas line right now, trying to figure out what happened. It's still unclear who or what caused that gas line rupture, but fire crews tell me that they did have to evacuate some of the people that lived in this block. There's only about a half block that is closed off right now, but they did have to evacuate a daycare. 120 kids were all clear. We'll keep you up.
Okay, it seems we were having some connection issues with Bailey there, but 120 children had to be evacuated. They were taken to Madison Elementary. At this time, there are no reported injuries. Stay up to date on that story on valleynewslive.com. New for you now at noon. Authorities are searching for a man who was last seen leaving a hospital in Fargo. 47-year-old Michael Hansen was reported missing this morning around 5. Authorities say he was last seen heading south from the Sanford Medical Center. He's about 5'6", 150 pounds. Last seen wearing a dark-colored shirt, white plaid shorts, and sandals. Call police if you have any information about him. Taking that live look outside right now, well, it's almost near perfection out there, in my opinion anyway. For what we can expect for the rest of our day, let's check in with Storm Team meteorologist Lisa Green.
I do think a lot of people would agree with that assessment, especially because it's dry. I think we'll take anything as long as it's dry out there. We're not getting the rain, but it is beautiful. Temperatures are comfortable this afternoon. We're into the 70s, 74 degrees in Fargo, 76 in Grand Forks, and we're still going to work our way up here today into the 70s to near 80. And checking out your radar and satellite map, it is beautiful. We've had lots of sunshine. There's a little haze out there, might be a little wildfire smoke drifting in from Canada, but it's not too thick or too intense for us right now, but something to be aware of. And you can see in northeastern parts of North Dakota, a couple of areas of some cumulus, fair weather cumulus clouds popping up there and over in Lakes Country as well. But overall, a mostly sunny kind of afternoon, not only here, but throughout the tri-state area. Taking a look at your hourly planner, temperatures are going to be on their way up again. We're going to see 80 today in Fargo. Light wind out of the north, a nice drying wind, and conditions remain quite nice even as we head into the nighttime hours tonight. So we'll talk about that more coming up in your hour-by-hour planner, but we'll also let you know just how long this weather will last in your extended planner too in just a few minutes.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Lisa. The Richland County Sheriff's Office is waiting for autopsy results on the body of a man who was found in a ditch over the weekend. Someone reported the body around 2 Saturday afternoon just northwest of Wyndmere. The body was found next to an off-road vehicle. Now that man's body is being examined at UND in Grand Forks, and police have not yet released his name. One man and a deputy are recovering after an officer-involved shooting near Frazee, Minnesota. It happened around 10 Saturday night in a home on County Road 29 just north of Frazee. Deputies were called for a welfare check on a man who was threatening to hurt himself. Officials say he refused a deputy's commands to leave the home, so officers went inside after about 45 minutes. The man was hurt when deputies fired a taser and a gun at him. It's not clear how badly he was hurt. One deputy was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The Minnesota Attorney General and Public Safety Commissioner are putting together a working group on police-involved deadly force encounters. The group is planning a series of hearings, prevention training, officer wellness, community healing, and accountability. The schedule for public hearings will be announced a little later today. Iran today said it has arrested 17 Iranian nationals allegedly recruited by the CIA to spy on the country, a claim President Donald Trump has denied, calling that report totally false. The announcement comes as Iran's nuclear deal with world powers is unraveling, and tensions have spiked in the Persian Gulf region.
Iranian state television showing images of what it claims are CIA officers. It says they handled 17 people alleged to be spies working for the CIA and recruited from the nuclear, military and computer industries. NBC News can't confirm the photos are what the Iranians claim. Iran offered no proof. The CIA, no comment. Its announcement comes after another confrontation between Iran and the West. Iranian commandos seizing a British tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. A British warship failing to stop them. Video released by Iran's Revolutionary Guard appears to show the seizure. Masked commandos on a helicopter boarding on ropes. The tanker and its 23 crew now in port, topped with an Iranian flag. Britain calling for its release.
This is about the safety and security of British and international shipping in one of the most important seaways in the world, and that is why we are calling on Iran to reverse this illegal act.
Iran flexing its muscles again in this escalating crisis with the West.
To date, we have seen no indications that the Iranians are prepared to fundamentally change the direction of their nation.
Iran this morning apparently once again raising the stakes, claiming some of those allegedly arrested for spying have been sentenced to death. NBC News has been at a briefing in Tehran by the head of Iran's counter-espionage unit. He claims the 17 Iranians were recruited either while applying for US visas or at conferences overseas. They were promised, he said, visas and money, given bugging equipment and trained. Now, none of this can be proved, but he did allege that under the Trump presidency, there's been a rise in US spying activities, especially against Iran. Bill Neely, NBC News, London.
In response to the capture of the British oil tanker, the U.S. has been trying to create an international task force to protect shipping. This would increase surveillance of oil shipping routes in the Middle East. The CDC has provided new information on 2 separate Salmonella outbreaks, and one has turned deadly. 2 people have died in a Salmonella outbreak linked to backyard chickens and ducklings. An additional 489 people have become ill since mid-June, bringing the total to 768 cases in 48 states, and nearly a quarter were among kids younger than 5. 122 people had to be hospitalized. And in another update, 48 more people have become sick from Salmonella linked to pig ear dog treats since early July. There have been a total of 93 cases and 20 people have been hospitalized. No deaths have been reported in that outbreak. Experts say you should always wash your hands after handling backyard poultry or your dog's treats. In our consumer alert this afternoon, a new recall is underway involving some products sold at Target. Elevation Foods is voluntarily recalling select containers of Archer Farms brand egg salad and deviled egg sandwiches due to a possible listeria contamination. Also involved in the recall, Frisket brand egg salad, tuna salad, and Thai lobster salad. The company estimates about 1,000 cases were shipped to retailers throughout the U.S. So far, no illnesses have been reported. Coming up here at noon, the nationwide heat wave has now resulted in 6 deaths. We'll tell you how some cities are handling the heat. It's cooler here, though. How much cooler than we have been? We'll get a check of that forecast right after this.